more than you ever have.
Yeah, that's right. So just to stop.
For those of you listening,
we're going to
giving
talk
Joe
about
the
it
pep talk right now.
right
We're giving
here.
Joe the.
We're not doing it backstage.
We're
Stop
giving him
dropping
the
the F-bomb.
Mike Metco pep talk. So go ahead, Joe.
Nope. I just want to put it out there. This is my second podcast of the day that I'm doing.
Oh my goodness, somebody's so popular.
What other podcast did you do?
He's cheating on us, Jimmy.
Open seat. No, seat open.
Cito. Oh boy.
That's going to come out. Are we recording? We are recording.
Yep, we are recording.
Yeah.
That's coming out in a couple of, I think next week. So keep an eye out for that.
Keep an eye out for that.
Sweet. Right. Everybody go check out Dan and the Man and Open Seat Podcast. And you get to see Joe, Philly Picker, over there with Dan, stirring up trouble. Talking about promoting and shit. It's fantastic.
It was strictly promoting. That's it.
That's it.
Promoting this podcast. I'm saying.
They're rekindling the old flames. Stoking the fire.
It was special.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 71.
I have no idea. That's why I put question marks.
70 who? Of the Reseller Leftover Podcast. I am not your host, Mike Deathpile Picker. That's your host, Jimmy Old School Flips.
I'm not the host.
And then you got old Philly Picker, Joe.
We got the silent movie, Joe the Philly Picker.
Right.
I'm just here.
Everybody's favorite silent Sarah. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
I've been sick, so that's fun.
You sound a little sick.
I've been fighting this dang whatever it is for 5 days now.
Well, that was very evident on the last episode of the podcast. Everybody loved the fact that you were sick of my shit. So, very, very, very big apologies to everybody out there.
Why
for
you?
Just being
if you have to apologize, then.
No, I'm apologizing. I have to.
You don't need to apologize.
Otherwise, we gotta get canceled or we lose subscribers like we did.
Well, I mean, apparently everybody on YouTube it's a character. Is what I'm finding out. Like everybody just has a character, and so you're just playing your character, Mike, and I gotta learn to play mine. Oh. And Joe, lucky for him, who's a famous silent movie character?
This is me. This is me. This is what you get. Real life.
No, because I went and watched the Heckin' Steve or whatever his name is. And that's what he had a video. The video I watched, he was explaining that his character's or his YouTube persona is a character. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
It does and it doesn't, because he also talks about the fact that he's not. Oh, spoiler alert, folks! Steve watched the episode. Steve does not want to come on. It's kind of be repetitive of what he's already stated before, but I'm kind of. My goal is to get to the contradicting elements of it. But when you say there's a character versus non-character, it makes it a little difficult.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, you're living that life, the character versus the non. I mean, Mike broke it down.
He says he's an exaggerate. Heckin' Steve is an exaggerated version of him. And I'm like, well, then it's you. Like, if you want to just be an ass and own the fact you're an ass. And then when people are an ass back to you, don't get upset. But either way, Steve's going to do Steve things. We wish him the best. Hopefully he's watching the podcast again. And I already told him, just don't put me on the channel, because then it would make it awkward. But you can go for Jimmy. He buys a lot of video games, Steve. You can go.
Go for it. Come on over.
He's a video game.
As a matter of fact, I made my last thumbnail based on his hate for video game hunters.
Oh yeah,
I made my thumbnail. It's all mine, and I had it pointed to some Nintendo. And it said
video game collector. How's YouTube doing for you?
It's doing what it's to par of what I'm used to.
Part of what you're used to. I mean, minus the what sold.
Yeah, the what sold are no longer a thing. I mean, again, I put out a yard sale video. It went for almost 4,000 views, and that's where my channel's at right now. So I'm happy with that. I'm out of footage. I actually recorded some footage at a really bad estate sale and the local flea market here in Bucyrus. The video is going to be, as far as buying, is going to suck. I didn't buy much, but I'm going to make that video because I'm running out of footage.
You know what would help footage? A highway sale. A highway sale would help footage.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, I don't think Jimmy and Joe are going to make the trip down here to Florida. I'm fine with it. I don't mind picking by myself. I do it all the time. But my friends have abandoned me, folks.
It's not that I don't want to. I literally have to look at the
logistics,
the financials of
it. I'll tell you this, dude. Like, a highway sale, when you look at the cost and everything like that, it is just hanging out. That's it. There's always better choices because you can go somewhere that's close, especially when you're driving like super far and stuff like that. It becomes just hanging out with friends. Like, it to make profit, you just have to come up like none other to like upon some stupid buy before anybody else does. And the likelihood of doing that is slim to none.
Yeah, and I mean, it's all, you can write it all off, but in the moment, it comes out of your account. Like, the cost to go down there all comes out of my account, and that's what right now. I have to watch. I mean, for those of you, I just said 4,000 views is what my videos are getting. That's $40 a video. That doesn't pay for much.
Yeah. No, I feel you, dude. I completely understand. For me, like, I can't even look at it like a tax write-off because, like, some people, yeah, it's great to have the tax write-off, but all you're doing is taking your tax eligibility and reducing it.
Yeah.
It does not make up for the actual expense of it.
Yep.
Like, that has to be sheer profit. So,
right. I haven't been on too many of those trips, but whenever I do go, I just try to get some money back from what I spent. But like you said, you're spending that money now, and it might take you a couple months to get that money back from the stuff that you buy.
Right. Especially if you're selling over on Didbit where people are just stealing from you.
Hey, be careful. They sent out their rules and their guidelines, and I think they sent out those guidelines and rules based on our live show that we. They're like, everything that Mike and Jimmy did, don't do. That's what it said. It said right there. That's all it said.
Hey, I'm just saying, I take my shirt off at the beach. I don't see what the big deal is if I take it off on a live Didbit. The truffle shuffle may have been over the top, but
is now the good time to put shopcommons.net in here? Or are we still? I'm still.
Yeah, Shop Commons is great, dude. Shop Commons is doing good, dude. Like, I go in there and I go to edit listings and everything, and it's crazy because there's like I'll sit here and I'll look at some things and I'll be like, man, there's only like 5 things listed, but there's like 8 things sold today, and most of those are stuff that are posted in the same day. Like, people are like monitoring it like crazy and getting some good deals. I mean, there's people are putting like massive lots of media over there. I think somebody had something. I don't want to say it wrong, but I want to say it was like 750 CDs or DVDs or something. Like, selling as a lot. You know how much that costs to ship? Like, that's absolutely crazy. But for Amazon sellers, it's perfect place.
Yeah.
So shout out to shopcommons.net.
You get a cut of that or what?
I'm doing it for my buddy Kevin. You know,
you're good buddy. You're just good buddies with everybody, man. It's depressing. I don't have any good buddies. Everybody hates.
Well, it's easy when you're non-controversial like Joe. Like, be nice to Joe. Take it easy on Joe. Let Joe talk. Blah, blah, blah. Or you can't force him.
This is the Joe episode.
Right to his ass. He might say a word.
You guys are tough this week, huh? What are we? Episode 72, you said?
Yeah, but it's only like what 12 with Mike.
Seems like season 12 with Mike.
Well, that's what we're doing.
Speaking of new episodes, I'm going to do this a segue. New episodes. The Island podcast is back. That was the one that had J-Ride Flips, and it used to be Sunny Las Vegas. But they have a whole new cast except for J-Ride. 2 new hosts over there.
Episode 71, by the way.
It feels like 72.
One of them is our really good buddy, really good buddy, Keith. Winton Sports Keith is over there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of our members too. Thank you, Keith.
And then you got Shane City Flips.
Soda City Flips.
Mr. I'm too busy for a podcast. I need to take time off and focus on eBay. And then comes back to a podcast, but not the podcast he was on. What's going on there, folks? What do y'all think?
It's the same reason that Dan has his own podcast now.
Right.
Is it?
Is that the go-to excuse for everybody?
When you don't like your co-host. I'm joking, Dan. I'm joking.
We're talking about Shane here. We're trying to get to the bottom of
it. Shane. I'm joking. No, Shane is now on there. He's on that podcast too.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go with the coffin.
Which is great. I mean, it's a perfect place to go if you want to learn how to forge signatures or like know how to operate on the black web.
100%. I don't know what that meant. Is that a knock towards who?
Oh, I know. Reseller Island podcast. They covered it all. They told you.
I haven't listened to it
yet. The black web, dark web, black web.
But they're real serious about that. They're going to talk about reselling.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
and they are going to be the death of
livers,
trash to cash. Thumbnail says they're the death of trash to cash.
Reselling themselves or whoring themselves out on the dark web. I don't know. It's all reselling, folks. Yeah. But go over there.
I thought Craigslist got rid of that section where you like sell yourself on Craigslist. Wasn't that that was a thing at one time? I heard.
I haven't been back to Craigslist in years, so I can't.
I got a good response from the ads, so that's what I heard. It was pretty lucrative too.
Business has been slow since they buckled down.
No, I mean, and it got me thinking, because they're all we're a reselling podcast that talks about reselling, and I feel like
I thought that's what we were, but
we're a reselling podcast that don't know much about reselling over here.
Yeah,
well, that's our shtick.
That's our shtick.
And all we talk about is Dibbed It
and Joe Socks. Yep, that's all we talk about.
Socks, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, and that's why I kind of put I struggle with being a teacher. I know how to resell for me. I know what works for me and what I consider successful for me, and it might not work for everybody else though. I don't know. And I don't know how to explain and teach people how to do what I do without. I don't know. Maybe I get a little frustrated.
So you wouldn't be a good training person in a job, training a trainer in the corporate world.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable going on, doing this and trying to teach people how to resell. I feel like I try to be more of maybe I'm not entertaining, but I try to be more of the funny, joking, entertaining part of it, not so much the teaching part of it, because I feel like there are two different ways to do this. Dave, ADH Dave, I consider him more entertaining. I mean, you'll learn from him, but he definitely is more entertaining when you watch him. And I'm just a really, really very poor man's Dave.
See, I watch Dave because of all the mistakes that he makes. It makes me feel better about myself. I'm right there. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Keep making those videos. But now that he's not selling on eBay, he's not making as many mistakes. So, couple shipping mistakes that he's had, but
his cooking videos that he does, they're entertaining. I mean, you learn something, but he's the first to tell you he's not a professional cook. And it's more entertaining than it is actually learning how to cook them. I mean, not that he's doing a bad job, but you know what I'm saying. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mike, what are you just sitting there quiet?
I think Mike would be a good teacher. You're probably like a kindergarten. around kindergarten teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ended up like kindergarten coffee. Remember that?
Yeah.
That'll be all my kids going home to tell their parents.
Yeah, exactly.
But see, I didn't even dive into it. No, I'm just sitting here listening to y'all talk. I appreciate that. I appreciate Joe's words of wisdom, just words of contribution. You don't understand.
That's pretty
Joe,
much.
I guess you don't read the comments. People hate us because they don't let you talk.
Joe, teach us something. You're more of the teacher type reseller. Teach us something.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I can't teach anything.
Why not?
Because half the time I don't know what I'm doing, let alone,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm saying I agree. Like
I'm still that guy that looks up 90% of the stuff that he buys whenever he's at, I don't think I'll ever get away because I can't remember. Like, I look at some of these DVDs and I should know with all the DVDs that I sell and all that, I should know by looking at certain DVDs they're worth money. But I still check every one, and I'll be like, I know I sold that, and I figure that if I should know it because I don't really list anything under like, $15 type thing. So
yeah, but don't you have like a list of you could teach people a couple DVDs that they should be looking for. You don't want to give out that information though, because that's top secret stuff.
No top secret stuff. I'll tell you everything that I look for. I have no secrets here. So, but
yeah,
I was looking up some toys. A toy that you toy guys probably heard of. I already forgot about something Mutts, Monster Mutts, some
Muscle Mutts.
Muscle Mutts. There you go,
dude. Like Froggy Flips is like huge into it right now. He's trying to do a collection about it.
You ever find any?
Huh?
Do you ever find any?
No.
Yeah.
You found them? You found them?
He did something, and I don't know if he traded away some or traded for them, but
he got that. Didn't he get like that picture or that some kind of thing for the monster?
Oh, My Pet Monster.
My Pet Monster.
Yeah.
Right. He made a trade with a muscle. Yep, I saw that.
Yeah. He had a reel, but yeah, traded a My Pet Monster, traded for a My Pet Monster picture.
Yep.
And then
freaking like an advertising or something like that.
Yeah, traded away some Muscle Mutts. He does so much stuff. It's
good for him. He's living my dream.
Froggy just goes to toy shows and gets all the gifts from everybody. Buys like 2 or 3 things.
It's that Craigslist ad. It's working.
100 gifts. Yeah, he's on Craigslist. We'll be here. Meet up. Dark alleyway.
No
behind the toy show. Sometimes he gets battery operated.
Oh, Jesus.
Shaking devices, but he's like, oh, wrong toys. But allegedly,
right? Yeah, but I never even heard of them. I was actually looking up.
Why were you looking them up?
What a horrible picker.
Street Sharks. That's what I was looking up.
Oh, you're looking up Street Sharks,
and then somehow I ended up getting into the Muscle Mutts.
Yeah.
So
I think it was a spinoff.
Makes sense.
But yeah, that's it. So going back to the teaching, I'm not a good teacher because this guy has never heard of Muscle Mutts. So
it's very, very niche down. That's like me saying I'm looking up for Dino Riders. Like not a lot of people know Dino Riders because you don't see them that often. It wasn't a huge line.
Yeah.
But they're very, very collectible because of how scarce they were.
Just like Silverhawks.
Yeah, Silverhawks. Brave Star.
How about Stompers? Jimmy talked about it last week. I still have never found a Stomper.
So I guess I can teach because I taught Sonia about Stompers and she found that Stomper.
Do you have an update on Stomper?
Yeah, I got it listed for $400. It's got like 5 watchers.
With the non-working bottom and everything?
I took the wheels off. The bottom does not work. It has some corrosion. I took good pictures of it all. Was it you that you found it listed for $550 or sold in working condition for $550? So I listed it as parts for $400. It's got like 4 watchers now.
That's good. That's good for a week. Like,
Yeah.
rather start there and take an offer, but
But yeah,
it's
I found
definitely
that on the
a
bin.
rare one. Hey, speaking of all the toys and crap, it's Mario Day. Did y'all know it
What
is
does that mean?
National Mario Day,
It's
like
me.
Mario Brothers.
I did not know that.
It's a me, a Mario, that guy.
Let's
Uh,
go.
what's your favorite game? I want to know.
The,
Y'all have a favorite Mario?
the original Mario.
You're so boring, Joe.
It's tough because
You asked me. You asked
I'm
me.
like, yeah, don't ask him that, but he's not a good teacher, so don't ask him.
Why is the first one your favorite one, Joe?
I've ever played.
Because that was the one that I played when I was younger. I never got into any of the other. I only had a Nintendo, and I got a Nintendo way after
Yeah.
everybody else had it. I probably got a Nintendo when Super Nintendo came out, so I was always behind the,
Mine is 2, and I only really played the first 3 a lot. That's the truth. I'm like Joe. Like the first 3 are the only ones I played a lot of. Then they came out with like 64
Oh, is that what the next one
and the
was?
Super. Well, no, they had the Super Nintendo one. I didn't play those games.
Super
I've
Mario
played
World.
some on the Switch now.
Yeah, I never had.
Yeah.
I went from the original Nintendo. I never had like a Super NES. I never had the 64. I guess PlayStation was probably like the next one I had. I never had an Xbox. Never had,
Yeah, I'm saying
And then I got hooked on Tomb Raider for PlayStation,
Tomb Raider and Resident Evil.
and that was the game that I played to. I never got pretty much any other game except the sports games, that came out every year, the Madden and the basketball and all that.
So you should have said your favorite Mario game is Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I should have.
Yeah.
What's yours, Mike? What's yours? Mario Kart?
No. I'm actually replaying Mario Kart. Well, actually, I'm trying to complete all the circuits on Switch. But
You seem like a Dr. Mario guy. Dr. Mario? Wasn't that it?
No. Actually, I don't think I ever played Dr. Mario.
You seem like a Wario kind of guy.
Personality wise, absolutely.
Yeah.
That I'm too fat for Waluigi, so I gotta be Wario. But no, it would probably be Super Mario Odyssey, like for Switch.
Never played it.
Oh, dude, it is absolutely great. The reason why this came up, I was looking at the Super Mario 3D All Stars that has like what is it? Mario 3D, I think it is, and then Sunshine, and then Mario Galaxy, like all the ones from previous platforms that are put on the Switch. Which, crazy enough, it goes for like $80-$90 used and like 110 new for the Switch because they don't make it anymore. But Odyssey is probably my favorite one, dude. Like I go back and I'll play that and replay all the levels after beating the game to like complete.
I actually reached out to somebody yesterday on Facebook Marketplace 15 minutes after it was listed. I just happened to go on there, and it was for a Nintendo Switch because I don't have one. I would have probably eventually sold it, but it was for me. I was going to buy it, and it was $150, and it had the Mario Kart 8, the TV adapter thing, the thing that it slides into,
Yeah.
TV adapter,
Doc,
Animal Crossing, Mario Party, and Cooking Mama Cook Stars.
what happened? You didn't buy it?
I reached out to her 15 minutes. I said, and it was local to me. There was only the same town, and no response back. And then this morning, it was sold. So
it happens all the time, dude.
$150. I thought that was pretty good, right?
In a nutshell,
Yeah.
no.
Well, I mean, it depends if it's a light or well, I mean, if it's a light, it's not.
No,
not the light. No.
The regular one.
Yeah, it wouldn't have the dock if it was the light.
But then you have the
and then the 3 games.
You have the regular one, or you have the OLED.
OLED.
So, like a regular one, yeah. Either way, with the games and everything, yeah, it's still a good deal. But people do that all the time. Like they'll put something on there.
Well, the problem is that posting gets flooded with people that want to buy it. When it's the price like that, that's a good enough price. She probably got 20 or 30 messages.
Yeah.
Like I had my first Facebook buy today that I've probably had in 3 or 4 months. Like I just don't ever find anything good anymore on there. Some FNAF Five Nights at Freddy's plush, 17 of them for $10.
Oh wow.
20 minutes from here. And I was like I know I was one of the first people to message her. And she's the first thing she said was,
sitting on there and waiting.
How fast can you get here to get them? I was like, I can be there in 45 minutes. She's like, all right, if you can be here in 45 minutes, they're yours. So I know she was getting messages like crazy because she put it as pending right away. And so I was able to get them. I got 17. One of them I listed like 4 of them already on eBay. One of them is worth about $40, so that'll be a good little profit there. I haven't even priced the rest of them. I'm only listed 4, but that's so rare. Like you have to have notifications on. You have to be sitting there watching and hoping. And when video games call, it don't even matter if you're the first one because there's someone messaging right after you and right after them and right after them. They go so fast.
Yeah, so I didn't get it, but I did buy a Dymo 4XL printer, brand new, $100, and I listed it on eBay. I was thinking about keeping it for myself and selling my used one, used one I had, because sometimes the one that I have, I have to unplug it and let it sit for a minute and then plug it back in after a while. But I listed it for 3. I bought it for 100, and I listed it for $349, and it sold within 2 minutes of me listing it.
What makes that? Because I had one before. What do you think makes that so desirable versus like a Rollo where you can do wireless?
I just think a company bought it. Like the person, the name.
It's worth that. It's worth that much. It's new for sure, for starters.
Yeah, a store ended up buying. Let me see. Ended up buying it, so they probably already had one and just wanted one to, you know what I mean? Just it either didn't work or one went down, and they ended up just buying it.
Like I'd like to have a backup one. And that's just so weird that because this week, this Dymo came up in my town for $40, and I asked, "Hey, I'm interested. Can I pick this up?" And they said, when I was getting ready to go, "I'm sorry, my husband told me I need to keep this," and then I laughed at them.
So did they relist it yet for
$100? I don't know because they took down the listing pretty quick.
Building,
so I didn't get the
building relationships in your community, Jimmy. Well done.
I mean, we were like, I was on my way to go get it, like, and then never mind. My husband told me that I can't sell it. I just laughed. I mean, it was funny. Like that's funny to me because that's Facebook. That's Facebook summed up to me like that.
Oh yeah, 100%, dude. Right. And I'm trying to figure out like when you look at certain, and then you get like absolutely crazy stuff. Like, oh, here's 4 systems. They got a Nintendo, an N64, a PS1, and a Genesis, and does not have all cables for some. And it has like 6 games. No massive games. They're like $500, please. What?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that's the thing. Facebook is mostly resellers now. Facebook is way less, hey, I'm just trying to get rid of something from my house, and way more resellers that only sell locally. There, you can make a good side hustle just selling on Facebook locally. I know people that do it. I have a friend here in town. She was at the Bucyrus flea market this weekend. She only sells locally. She does very little eBay.
Yeah, I ended up selling it for $374.98, and it sold as soon as I listed it.
See, that's what we just did. Mike Joe was telling a story, and we Mike Metco'd him, and we just totally took him off of his story.
No,
Let us know, Mike. Let us know, Mike. Mr. Metco, tell us how bad we just.
And my cost, I even put the toll. I even put the toll money because it was in Jersey, so I had to go over the bridge. It cost me $5 to go over the bridge. So my cost of goods was $105.
No. So the other thing that you see is like somebody having a garage sale. The first thing that I do is click on that person's profile, and they'll be like, "Oh, we have all of these things at our garage sale." And you click on their profile, and then it looks like that.
Yeah, they're sellers.
Like, we have all this stuff at our garage sale. I'm like, well, I see your prices, and there.
I see it sometimes with I think. Oh, I'm sure they do it all over the place. Like if there's a yard sale or whatever, and I think some people just cut and paste like literally everything that's like hot right now. Every video games, vintage clothes, all this other, everything that you could possibly think of, electronics, everything. And then when you get there, it's half of the crap's not even there. They just put it in there to get you there.
Or it all sold in the first 3 minutes.
That's true too.
Where you're in the big city. That's
3 minutes. 30 minutes before, y'all better get there early. That's not getting there.
My bad. The mic factor.
Yeah. I'll early bird. Who cares? They're set up.
I early bird for sure. When I go to community sales out here, I'm there an hour early. Seeing if anybody's open.
Didn't Mike?
An hour is a little ridiculous.
Didn't Mike's look-alike put a song out about that?
Who? What? Who's my look-alike?
Part-time picker. We have Matt here. Nobody sees that. Nobody sees.
Oh yeah, yes. I thought you were talking about Corey.
Oh, so he. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's the first time we made him turn the camera off.
I don't even remember. They don't play that song anymore. He used to play that at the end of all his videos. Got to be the first one there or something like that, right?
Yeah, you want to sing it for us, Mike?
Sing it, Corey. Did you say Corey said that at the end of all the videos?
No, it was Matt, part-time picker, used to play that at the end of his videos.
Yeah.
Why are you disappearing?
Huh?
I can't say that name.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
So,
whatever Mario Day.
Did you do anything special?
That's Mike's big reselling topic. He has listed Mario Day.
Did you get
That's where we're at, folks?
I mean,
did you do anything special? What'd you do?
No, I didn't do anything special. I didn't even play. I haven't played video games, dude. You want to see what I did special?
No, we don't. What are you doing?
Suck it in.
You see all that crap?
Yep.
I got just as many down in the garage for clothing orders.
You're still packing your clothes. Mine are already gone.
I was gonna do it yesterday, but I wanted the wife wanted to spend time together, so we hung out.
That's cute.
Yeah, well, dude, we've been running auctions all the time, and I kind of wanted to give her a weekend. My plan was to do it on Sunday. I went out picking a little bit on Saturday in the morning to the afternoon. Then I came back. She went to the beach real quick, I think. No, she went before that, but it was raining. But then yesterday we just kind of like hung out, spent some time together, bullshit, and we went and played bingo. I played bingo last night.
Oh, did you win?
Yeah. Yeah, finally, dude. It was our 5th time going, and like this place down here, like it's absolutely fantastic because you can go there and like $22 and it'll get you like through the night. It'll start at 7:30 and you're going to get done at like 10:30. So 2.5, 3 hours of fun. $22, and then you can buy the little extra side things and stuff.
Oh,
I did call bingo. I did call bingo when I didn't have a bingo.
Oh my God, I was just going to ask you. Yo, that's like
all those old ladies.
Yo, that's a cult following is bingo. You know what I mean? Like, because I helped with a fundraiser at work, and we started doing like the bingo. What the hell's it called? Like the designer bag bingo or whatever. And for it's mostly women that come, but anyway, there are a few men. But they take it so serious. We were out of our league the first time we did it because people were so serious about this. They wanted rules. They wanted this. We weren't even prepared for when people like some games have two winners, have like two people get bingo on the same game. We weren't even prepared on how to figure that out. You know what I mean? But
Oh boy.
we worked through it. So we were on our second one. But anyway, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Mike. You're big. So I was wondering what spending a nice day with your wife is like, and apparently it's bingo. I like,
Bingo.
Well,
You
I
guys
mean,
have
how
your
much
own
more?
special daubers.
yeah. What
They're not
color? What,
special, Jimmy. They're just
You have a dauber bag with like a picture of your dogs on it and stuff
no.
like that.
So I'll
That's
tell you
what
how
old
we come.
people do. So that's what I'm asking.
yeah.
I'll
What?
tell you how we came about the bingo thing. We started playing bingo with my grandparents. Every time we go back to Texas, go down the lake, we play bingo.
Yep.
Mimi loved it, so we'd do that. And Mimi passed, and then we started going with Pop. Well, my pop and my uncle, they came out to visit, and Pop was just like, "Let's go play bingo." And I was like, "Ah, shit, all right." And I mean, it is, man. I don't know. I get a lot of my I get a lot of the way that I am from my grandpa. So you can imagine how I am playing bingo. Well, my pop's like 5 times worse. And like they'll be calling out numbers and
Oh yeah.
pop's just talking shit on people called bingo. Well, f you. She wants to get a damn bingo. I need one number, or like every time they'll call out a number, he's like, I don't need no stinking 7, and he just got to say something about everything.
That's why I
And
love that you called a false bingo because you get them all riled up, get them all.
oh, dude, the
Oh,
lady with 6 machines right in front of me,
oh
like
man.
she whipped around like she knew. She's like, you need it in all 3 squares. I was like,
She's like putting her cigarette out real quick.
she turned around so fast and said it. She's like, you need it in all 3 squares. That she knew I didn't have it. Like it wasn't even close.
Sit down, fatty.
Then
That's what they'd say to me. Sorry.
I almost did it the second time, and I was like, I'm one away. I told my wife, I'm like, Sam, I'm one away. And she's like, no, we're not doing the line in 4 corners. You got to do the box of 6 in 4 corners, stupid. You're not close. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm not. So I was one number away from calling a fake bingo again. And they would have kicked me
They would
out.
have kicked your
Yeah,
they
you
would
would
have
be
kicked
gone.
Later on, I called the real bingo, and whole room's like, oh, this is a boy that
here
cried
we
wolf.
go.
Like, so they all turn around, and I'm like, my machine told me this time.
Wait, you do it on machine? You don't do it on the old school paper like
Like high
Yeah,
stakes
well,
bingo or what?
I'll tell you. Depending on the night that you go in there, you'll get 2 or 3 machines, and that'll be part of the $22. And then you can play unlimited paper, so you can have like 3 cards set up. And I tried to do 2 last time, and I forgot to mark my free square, and I tried to do it after the first number, and I immediately fell behind. So I got the first number, and I was like, "Oh, let me get the free." And by the 4th number, I was still on the second number, and my wife's just like, "Go to 1 card, dummy. Just go."
Quick draw McGraw over there. That's why you got to
Yeah,
have that special dauber, man.
they give you a free dauber when you go,
do you
like
pick your
on your first time. So, but I mean, other than that,
you
it's
pick
a
your
dollar.
color? What color?
Huh?
What
They
color?
got glitter and sparkly and what?
What color did you pick?
What's your go-to color?
Oh, blue.
Blue. Okay.
That's no
Yeah.
fun. It was exciting.
Blue's my favorite color. So I got blue dauber. And then, um, yeah, that's it. I wanted bingo, and we were still out of everything. We're about $100 behind, and I won $250 last night.
Oh.
But I think we determined we were about $350 in because we figure $50 each round, and then we buy some of the BS like extra tickets and drawings and blah blah blah. I don't know, whatever. But
Was it fun?
Of course, bingo's always fun. If I wasn't recording this podcast, my wife would probably have us back. We're just,
we go.
we don't want to turn into like the bingo nuts. Like,
I don't think we have a bingo hall around here.
Oh, I guarantee
into a bingo podcast. We can just turn it into a straight bingo talk podcast. Yeah. Drop all the reselling talk altogether.
Well, I do more bingo than reselling right now, so it makes sense.
I mean, yeah. Again, we're not teachers over here at the Leftovers podcast.
I'll teach you how to call a fake bingo. I don't give a shit. Where are you at, Joe? I'm looking up. I want to look up a bingo hall for you.
Looking at Warminster, PA. WARMINSTER, PA. WARMINSTER.
Oh, Warminster.
Yeah.
We go play bingo, where it's music and you pick.
I don't even know where the hell Warminster is. You by Wellington, Bluegrass. I don't know, Doylestown.
Oh, Bluegrass bingo. It's in Philly. Bluegrass bingo's in Philly, but.
Well, yeah, they got Wellington bingo right by it, and Canstatter Volksdome. That's not one.
This is riveting, folks. Riveting.
Yeah, Bluegrass bingo. Hey, whatever. Hey, dude, I'm telling y'all, go play bingo. You make a good sell on eBay, triple your money. Go play bingo.
Don't cross the daubers. Don't cross the daubers.
Yeah. Sorry. That's what I did. So I didn't ship my stuff, but I got a ton of stuff, dude. What? Jimmy did his first thread show. Why are we just going to ignore that? We can't do that.
Yeah, so how was it?
It was okay. It was okay. I mean, it was good.
Nothing to write home about, nothing to brag about, but nothing to cry about.
I appreciate all the buyers coming. I appreciate, all the work that's put into it. If we're being honest, let's be honest. 3 nights, I made about $100 a night profit. Mm-hmm. If you don't count what I have into the items.
If you don't count what you have in the item?
Yeah. I mean, shipping was $120. I had $500 in. Shipping was $120.
Say that again.
Huh?
You had $5 in?
No. At the end of the shows, my account was at 500. 502. That was my cash, my wallet.
Okay. How much did it cost to ship?
It was $120 something to ship everything.
Okay.
So that's what, $380 in there?
Yeah.
So I made $120 something, $130 something. I don't know. I don't do math. $130 something a night.
And then the first time you did a split show with me.
No, I'm saying that's all 3 days.
That was
all 3 days.
I'm covering all 3 shows.
Yeah.
The first one you did a split with me.
Yep.
And then the second day you did one by yourself. By yourself with did you have lower quality stuff then?
Huh?
Did you have lower quality stuff then? There was something wrong. What was it? Somebody else was running, or
I had my small item too high of shipping on the first one.
Oh yeah, that's the one where that got all. When you're by yourself is when it got all confusing. You're like, day 2, let's do this. Let's do a small. Okay, we're gonna add this, and I'm like, what do you like? Fix that part.
Yeah, so I said that wrong. I made about $100 a day if you account for what I had into the inventory as well.
Okay.
So I mean, that's not, it's
when you say day, it's essentially you're splitting an hour with me, so that's 30 minutes. Right. 30 minutes worth. It's a less than 30 minutes worth of stuff because we were switching back and forth. Right. I'll tell you, anybody, like, let's say we ran $25
a show. $100 a show.
Yeah. So it was basically 2.5 hours because we did a 2-hour marathon. That would give you an hour worth of it. And then you did an hour by yourself, and then you did an hour split with me. So that would be like 2.5 hours. So that's pretty good. I mean,
yeah. I mean, it becomes, I had that inventory sitting around. I don't want to talk about it. I thought, a lot of people would be happy with it. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. It becomes what I said before, though, because I'm being honest. Sustainability. I have enough to maybe run 2 more shows, and it's gonna be a lot of the stuff that I already ran that people didn't bid on,
mm-hmm.
and so now I have to go source for it.
Well,
That
yeah.
that becomes that now you start factoring that into the time, and it becomes more than just one show. It also becomes the time to get that stuff, and I'm on the fence. I know I still have to grow, and I still got work to do.
Well, you also go to bins, don't you?
Yeah, I
How
spend.
often do you go to the bins?
I won't be going much anymore once the yard sale season starts,
Yeah.
and there's no answer to that because last week I went 4 times. Before those 4 times, I hadn't gone in 2 months. So I mean, I don't go to the
Yeah.
bins very often.
Now, I'll tell you this, like as a recouping strategy, I'll go to yard sales and I look for the stuff that I like, the video games, the toys, anything that's like high dollar items and stuff. But when I can't find them, more often than not, I'll find 2 or 3 pieces of clothing
Yep.
that I know I can run, and it kind of just like, hey, I'm already here. I can recoup this, and at the same time, more than likely, unless it's just absolute like over $100, it's going to go on threads. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if
That's
it's
that,
slow sell through and over 100, I'll still put it on threads.
I think it's good for people that have access to a lot of inventory at a lower cost.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I have to figure out on my end. I have to figure out, I don't know. I don't know. I sold some pieces for quite a bit, so I'm happy with that for sure. I'm definitely happy, and I got rid of some of the stuff that's been sitting that I just haven't put any work into. So I can tell. It's just frustrating because I don't want to. I have more work to do, and do I want to do that work? Am I gonna get motivated enough to do that work? It's not want. It's motivated enough to get it to where I want it. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the best thing, I had actually considered reaching out to my top buyers on Dibdit and Dibdit threads. And I thought about sending them a link here and like having them come on and be like, hey, because everybody talks about like how great it is selling and like all this other stuff. But there are 2 guys that come to my shows that source. I mean, hell, there's a lot of people on there that source. And like I always challenge people. I'm like, hey, do me a favor. Make an Instagram story. Tag me in it whenever you sell this. Say what you paid for it and what you got for it.
Yeah.
Because for some of us, it doesn't matter. We're just a middleman. Like we're not going to do anything with it. I'm not going to do anything with clothes. I'm contemplating boxing some stuff up and running some lots on Dibdit threads or not. Sorry, on Commons,
Common shop.
also Marketplace. Yeah, and just be like, hey, here's 10 boxes that I put together because I've got so many clothes because I've come into like some stupid buys and I'll pull some pieces and run another show, but I'm going to find more.
Well, I need to go. I need to go on Dibdit. I have some stuff for Dibdit. Maybe I'll go tonight, Wednesday night. Maybe I'll run some stuff on Dibdit.
There you go. Wednesday night, Jimmy running on Dibdit, DIBDIT.com.
Yeah, I might run some stuff on there tonight. Let's say 8 o'clock Eastern, Wednesday night on Dibdit. I'm
Look
gonna
at the
run some
schedule
toys.
first.
It's gonna be toys and other stuff like that.
Look at the schedule first.
Look at the schedule. I ain't scared.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Joe, what do you got going on in life? What you got sales of the week or anything, dude? I got nothing.
No,
I got
just my Dymo
Oh
printer.
yeah, good sale.
oh yeah, it's pretty damn.
Spent $100, sold it for $374.98.
374.
98. So 375. $105 into it because of the toll.
That's crazy.
I don't have anything that high. I have a pair of boots that sold for $90. Oh, I know what mine is. A dumpster dive pick.
Oh,
I picked
That's
this.
your your sell
This
of the
used to
week
be top
or your
secret.
buy?
Yeah, my sale of the week. It used to be top secret. I went and dumpster dived a long time ago. A Chuck E. Cheese that was closing. I went and dumpster dived in the middle of the night, like 3 o'clock in the morning.
The animatronics.
They were tearing down the animatronics out of a Chuck E. Cheese,
Mm-hmm.
and I got some parts and pieces to the animatronics, and I got Helen, the one of the bird. First, I got the back of her head, and then I got her head dressing, her this feathery head dressing out of the trash,
Oh yeah,
and it sold for, you can't see that,
yeah.
$224.
Holy cow!
wow.
Yeah, so I sold that. I had it listed a lot higher just to see because there was none on eBay anywhere. A lot of people interested in the Chuck E. Cheese stuff. I sold some shoes from there. A lot of people interested in. A lot of people want to offer you really low. And my response to everybody was like, "This was not easy to get. Like I didn't go into details. I was like, this was not something that was easy to get my hands on. I'm gonna stay firm with my price." And I finally put it on sale, and I got $225 for it. So some, I guess you could say I got for free, except for the time and effort to dumpster dive for it.
Yeah, but I remember you talking about that because at the same time I had called like other Chuck E. Cheese to find out if anything nearby was remodeling, and nothing was.
Yeah.
Did they tell you, or they just hang the phone up on you?
No, they told me.
Oh,
Yeah.
And we're not doing a remodel, which means it may have already been done. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
most
like,
of them are already done. This year though, I mean, it wasn't. This isn't something that's a secret. It was all over that Chuck E. Cheese was removing the animatronics and going to the new digital. Most of this across the country, there was only like a handful of locations that they're keeping them there for nostalgic reasons, basically only. A lot of Chuck E. Cheese removed the bands and the animatronics from their stores and went to the digital dance mat and something else that they weren't putting in. I don't
I'm
know.
surprised it's not just a movie screen now where they just have them come out and
Right.
they just project them doing stuff.
So yeah, that was my, whatever. It's not something that's. I mean, there's not much to find them. That was again months and months ago that I did that. It's not something that's really going on anymore.
My sale of the week is 28 items sold at Carter's Retro Quest on Dibdit.
Oh yeah.
between two shows,
all clothing.
all clothing.
How do you know that person?
How, do I know him?
Yeah.
Never even heard of him before I started doing Dibdit.
Huh.
He is my number one, buyer.
What?
He's a lot of people's number one buyer. I told him, I'm like, dude, it's ridiculous that you got this piece of clothing for that price. He's like, I can't make other people bid like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know. Where's Kevin when you need him to shill bid, huh?
I'm gonna get him in trouble
What,
saying. Let me
what
write that.
was it? All the shirt?
Hold on.
Oh God.
Did you mostly do all t-shirts, right? Is it all? Or
No. I was doing jackets. I did some jeans. I did some sweaters. I was pulling out like some single stitch J. Crew duck head. There's Patagonia sweater. I pulled out some Carhartt, like the jeans. I should have ran the 511 again.
Yeah, you ran those 511 tacticals. Nobody even bid on them.
That was the first night. And yeah, that I was like, oh my God. Thankfully, I would have been upset because I was getting like $11 to $13 on some of those. But so I did 28 items for them, and then Nebraska Reseller I did over on Dibdit. He had. I'm trying to go back to that show. I don't remember what my show was.
511 used to sell quick, man. I found like 10 or 15 pairs of new 511 one time at a yard sale or whatever. I think I paid like $5 a piece for it. I think I listed them for $40 brand new, and they sold right away. But I guess they don't sell as much anymore, or is it?
No, they do. They're selling perfectly fine.
Backpacks, they're backpacks, so they'll sell like that. Really good.
I sold 2 pair of 511s, and both of them were over $10 each in my first auction. But this one, I just happened to find another pair, and like nobody bid on them. I'm like, all right, we're not going to do that. We dibbed it. It was actually a 3-way tie between the normal ones, which are Genesville, Nebraska Reseller, and Dark Toy Lord. Like, you go in there with some like figures on Dibbed It, any kind of action figure or something, they'll usually come in there and support you. I mean, you're selling a lot of $2 items, but it makes it easy when you just throw them all in a box.
This reminds me of a story when we were packing up our orders. Sonia was helping me. You know, we made piles for every person, and we put their name on a piece of tape above their pile, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Sonia wrote out all the names of the people. And so when we went to pack them, she would take the piece of tape and she would tell me who it belonged to, right? And she grabbed this one piece of tape and she's all, Iona? And I'm all, who? She's all, Iona? I'm like, we didn't sell anything to anybody named Iona. And I was like, let me see that. And it was her writing. And I could see it clear as day. It was Iowa farmer.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, you mean Iowa? And she's like, oh, and she just started dying laughing. I'm like, she's all Iona? Like, come on. It's your own handwriting. And you can't do this. I was like, yeah, that was Iowa farmer, not Iona. So that was funny. That was a funny moment that we had while we were packing those orders.
Well, that's good. I got a return coming to me next week, I'm sure.
Oh boy, Joe, you're jinxing it. Hold on. Tell us about it while I leave.
Well, I'm. It's not a return yet, but it's a Braun, like the shaver, like the electric razor. It's just the charging unit. It's just a charging unit. And in my description, I say without power cord. It's written down the bottom, last side, without power cord. So the guy buys it on Friday. Or no, he bought it Friday night. I didn't ship it out until today. About 20 minutes after I pack up the order, and maybe about a half hour, I packed up the order and I put it out to be picked up. The guy messages me and says, it's funny how you changed your listing after I bought it, that it says without power cord. Because I don't.
It's not possible.
Right. It's not possible. All my corresponding messages with you have, since the purchase, have been saying that I want the power cord. I don't have a power cord for this, but I need the one you have. So apparently he's bought another one from somebody else. I don't know. I said, the listing never stated a power cord was included. I don't have a power cord to include it. And I wasn't, after something sells, I'm not able to change the listing at all.
Yeah.
I
really think eBay would leave that to where everybody would scam everybody if you could change the listing after it.
So they just wrote back, I want my power cord. So
I appreciate your purchase of $29.95, but I would like the price to be $50 now.
Yes.
Change it to $50. Have them charge the extra $22.
Yeah, I would just I would respond one more time just saying the listing was as advertised. eBay does not allow anybody, and you cannot change the listing after something sells.
Right.
So your information is incorrect. And then I'd block them.
So I'm sure he's going to open up item not as described, and it's going to be coming back sometime next week.
You'll win.
There you go. I mean, if it comes, it comes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not quick to block people on eBay, especially if it's a misunderstanding.
I forget how to block people anyway. I think I have one person on my block list.
I will block someone that's like that, that's demanding like that, and it's because of their error. I'll block them in a heartbeat.
I don't know. I've had to say I'm sorry for my behavior too many times to do that. So I kind of put myself in their shoes and be like, hey, you know what? In those moments, even when we make mistakes and order the wrong thing, we don't want to admit it. And it's painful. And then some people can't. You fogged up your glass with the cough, didn't you?
And I will say to you, Mike, you're not wrong. You can do however you want. I am not a teacher, folks. Don't copy what I do. That's just what works for me.
Yeah. I got you. Hey, who wants to go over our non-Patreons, our members? I do this all the time.
That's a sensitive subject right there.
So some of y'all are gonna have to pull your own weight, please.
How do I get to it?
Oh my God! Still,
I think.
All right. So moving forward, I'm gonna be we're probably gonna lose all of our memberships because of me, but that's because I'm not a teacher.
Huh?
Huh?
Are you one of those not a teacher thing?
No. All right. So we got 419 Sports Guy, Trash to Cash Podcast, Triple R Collections. I'll say that again since that ching went off. Triple R Collections, Trash Cat Rescue, Jacqueline Rose, Mike Metco Meetups, and Vintage Sports Flips. Those are our members. Thank you all so much for being members of the Reseller Leftovers podcast.
Thank you.
Everybody, you just give it to everybody.
Well, that I wanted to get that out of the way. Now, as we grow, we said our memberships have levels, and you have to have the shout out to go level to have a verbal shout out.
We said it 7 people. At lucky number 7, we were gonna shouting out the cheapies.
I just want to make sure
cheapies. We love you, cheapies.
The cheapies.
Now they're all gone. Now they're all gone. The dog bag people are all gone.
And Jacqueline, you're not a cheapie. You have a cheapie member, but you do uncheapie.
You go above and beyond.
This is a new thing I have to say often is the
while we're sitting there talking about
opinions expressed by Death Paw Picker Mike are not those the opinions of the old school flip. You called them cheapies.
100%.
You called them cheapies.
How do you get how do you get to the list? Is it YouTube Studios?
He's gonna call me cheapie because I can't afford to go to Florida. He's gonna start calling me
cheapie. Yeah, cheapie. Yeah, cheapie.
Joe, it's you have to call him tech support, Joe.
Show me after the show. When Mike's usually yelling at us, if you can.
But in my error, it's supposed to be we're supposed to have credits, and I got to figure that out. And I've gotten it a couple times, and I thought I add them, and they don't show up sometimes. I'm working on that. We have been having people listen on Spotify. If you guys don't know, Reseller Leftovers podcast is on Spotify.
Oh, I want to hear it.
Phone's ringing.
Does somebody have a?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Who doesn't know?
Hello?
Mike, you've run an auction with Android, right?
No, not with Android. I have an iPhone.
You've never run one with Android?
No. Why? You got somebody struggling with something?
Yeah, she said there's no duplicate option. But I would think that there should be on Android. I could have sworn.
Yeah, because Archie's used it before.
Yeah. I thought you might have some experience. Me and Kevin both tried to help her, and we can't. She clicks on the name of the item, and she says there's no duplicate button. There's only the option to remove from stage or notify buyers.
Huh. Yeah, but Archie's done it before where he duplicated, I think. Well, unless he listed beforehand. But I don't think that they did. But you can set up a league. You can tell them to go in there and do 1 through 25.
I was curious if you knew for sure if it worked or not.
Yeah. This is great. This is great content.
Hey, what are your thoughts on like doing live auctions naked? Just keep that part in where you come back in and you're like, now I got to cut that all out. And then we're like,
and they're gonna be like, Jimmy is the meanest He is the censor. He takes away freedom of speech. That's my character, guys. It's just my character.
Yeah.
No, dang.
Nothing like the real Jimmy.
Why are you laughing? It's not. Nothing like that.
Bearded PokeTuber said, I would absolutely bid on an Earl's Wiener Shacks vintage hat. And you didn't even run it, did you? Who had one? Or was it Joe that had the Earl's
I
Wiener
didn't
Shack?
have one.
I didn't have you. Didn't you have
Who
it?
had that hat?
Did I bring it up? I
Not
can't
me.
remember. I say so many. Jimmy's best episode yet. Give Mike hell equals a good podcast. I don't agree. I'm with Jimmy. Del Taco sucks. I don't agree with anything my wife says.
She, I think she's a pretty awesome person.
Yeah. Meh. Now, Corey, I don't agree with Corey like most of the time because he's just a stickler for shipping. But Corey 100% uses a box resizer. And you know what?
Of course he does.
I use mine today in shipping the clothes. Had to cut down to 12 by 12 by 12. And I bet you I measured that thing out, I cranked it down, and then I just zipped around that box and it folds nice and perfect.
That's embarrassing.
Not like you
You're
with your
embarrassing.
lines, weirdo, psycho.
That's just embarrassing. I mean, again, he said because he doesn't, he doesn't have the hands of a surgeon like I do. My lines are freaking perfect, man.
No, they can't be.
They are 100%. You could put a level on there and it's perfect.
No, it can't be.
I'm a
Not doing it
surgeon,
right.
bud.
No.
Mechanic hands. Hey, I
No.
don't care what anybody says.
I got saucy
If you've
fingers
been a
too,
mechanic
Jimmy.
for a lot of years, your hands are compared to.
I'm still fascinated that you use a box resizer. I mean, you are an adult, right?
Yes, I'm an adult.
Okay.
It makes y'all seen it, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Do you also use yellow mustard?
Yellow mustard?
Yeah, like on your hot dogs and all that.
Who wouldn't?
Oh, because once you reach like between 8 to 10 years old, yellow mustard has to go away.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No.
Kids use yellow mustard.
What do you use? Spicy brown mustard?
Yeah, spicy mustard. Yeah.
Okay, I like spicy mustard. I'll put it on there, but I don't like. It's not in stock all the time. Corn dog goes in yellow mustard.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Okay.
Look here, spicy brown. I don't give a crap.
Joe's like, do you have any Grey Poupon?
Yeah.
Commercials?
There's
what kind of snobby ass state fair did you go to, Joe?
There's certain things in life that you give up when you reach a certain age.
Like box resizers.
Box resizer is one of them.
You got that big old contraption thing that has like a drop down.
What kid out there is using a box resizer other than Kevin's kids? No offense, Reagan. 7.5, Dad? I said 8. I said 8. We're trying to get it.
Now get back in your cage. You learn better.
Knock it down a half inch.
Get back in your cage till you learn how to measure right. Get your sister over here now.
I'm gonna need you to donate that 13 cents back to me, son. You cost me on shipping. Oh God.
No, I was joking too. I can't leave.
Yeah,
I was kidding.
Yeah, run away from yourself. Jimmy's like, this is not me talking right now. I have no idea. How does that other person sound just like me?
Oh, that's funny stuff right there. But we're not a reselling podcast. That's why we are all characters on here.
Did we talk about anything reselling today? Oh, we did.
Yeah, dude, we talked about sourcing on Facebook. That's gonna be the title of this. Yep. We're gonna milk the shit out of that.
We talk about Joe getting catfished on a Switch that he tried to buy.
Yeah. That happens a lot, man.
we talked about Joe's Craigslist ads that he used to run back in the day.
No, I heard they were on there.
My bad. That you heard about.
Yeah.
I got that mixed up. I get things mixed up.
No experience using them.
I don't know how I found M4M. I was searching MCM. I was looking for mid-century modern, not.
Oh, hold on.
And we talked about that. I'm not good at teaching people how to resell.
Oh, that's true.
Well, that's good. We've done our job, folks. Is there anything else we can do?
Mike, can you make a video on how to use the box resizer?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
It's evergreen.
It's evergreen. Make a video on how to use a box resizer.
It's pretty self-explanatory.
And in the video, you should be eating a hot dog with mustard.
It's got a ruler, and it's got the little spur thing around it, and you just slide it down and put it on. Like,
terrible.
I'm telling you, you're not as straight as a box resizer.
I am too, because if I need to get the cut perfect, I have some spare cardboard laying around that I just slide into the box and just right along that edge. Bam!
What if the box is a different size and it doesn't work? Can't put that. You got everything, every box size that you use. You're like, I got a 12 by 12.
No, I'm gonna teach you something. I'm gonna teach you.
6x4.
If you have a big box like a 12 by 8 by 4, guess what fits in there? A 6 by 4 by 4 that hasn't been unfolded.
No,
so
I'm accurate.
That in there and
I use a box resizer on my 4x4 by 4s. If I can get it down to a 2x2 by 4 or a 4x4 by 2,
yeah,
wouldn't do it.
That's easy McSqueezy, man. Hey. But you're not doing it wrong, Mike. You're doing it your way, and I appreciate that. I just thought Joe's joke was hilarious.
You just called me stupid for using a box resizer.
No, he called you a child. I didn't. All I did was laugh. He said, "Do you still color in coloring books?" Actually, I color. So, look. Matter of fact, I got my Yoda. Look, I got my Grogu coloring book right here.
All right, no more resizer talk, Dan.
Coloring book that I got right here. Robotech, huh?
So
no, yeah,
they're actually like kid coloring books. You didn't even step up to the adult ones.
You know what's weird? Got this Robotech book right here. I'm about to list. I found a printed of just the cover at a sale, and I got it in my photos that I just took today. I can't even make that up. Look.
Hey, did you ever sell that Robotech stuff that you stole from me and Jimmy?
Which Robotech stuff?
No, I forgot what it was. 127.
That's not Robotech. That's Micronauts.
Micronauts. Did you ever sell
I haven't even opened. The bag has yet to be opened.
Oh my god!
It's sitting right here, but it's sitting right here with my collection.
If you list that stuff, maybe people would watch our show, Jimmy.
I'm keeping this. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
I just gotta assemble it and put it on my shelf. Look, it's got the legs in there. It's gonna be sweet. I'll work on it and I'll get it on the shelf. Look at these guys I found. What are these guys called? These are little cavemen or something like that.
Captain.
These guys?
Captain Caveman.
You ever seen those?
I've never seen those.
They got that guy.
Are they worth money?
And they got that. No, they're not. I'm keeping them.
I want to. Jimmy, put it back up. Now I got Google in your face. Oh, the black ones are always worth more.
So
I mean, if you're talking about like just stuff in general, like older toys, they're fewer of them made.
I don't know where I'm going to put them. I don't have a spot for them. I'm going to put them up here for now.
Play School Definitely Dinosaur Cavemen.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
1987.
Wow. Vintage.
There's a lot of 7 of them for $40. Like asking.
I'm definitely keeping them then. They'll go in my 80s collection. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I haven't gone through the Micronauts yet. Thanks for those though. Thanks, Rod. Who else was? And thanks, Joe. You went to that pick too.
Oh yeah,
I did. That was up at 127.
Yep.
I did. That was the hottest place I was in a long time. I just remember being in there sweating to death.
What was the transformer you got out of there, Mike? You got an in-the-box transformer, didn't you?
Yeah.
Probably sitting right behind him. He just yelled at you for having some.
Metroplex.
Metroplex, that's right.
Yeah.
That's your.
I got it somewhere. It's not here. It's not out.
It's Saturday night name right there.
It's Metroplex.
You know what I still have from that?
It's Metro Sex Flex.
We've been on here way too long.
That hat mold. I still have that giant hat mold.
Oh, that's right. Is that wood?
The solid wood thing. It's sitting over there on the floor.
Oh, I thought you said you sold it. You stole it.
I drafted it, and I'm not sure why I drafted it.
It's not worth much, or what?
I don't know. I couldn't even find it. It's probably not even a hat mold. I think Mike made that up. It's just a giant piece of wood. So.
All right, folks. I think we're about done here.
Yeah. And hey, in case y'all didn't know, I just want to let you know, Jimmy's not a teacher. Okay.